Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to another episode of Nerd Mode, this being a show where I introduce you to a series that you may or may not be familiar with. For today's episode, I'm going to talk about the Netflix original series, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Like always, this isn't a review, it's just me talking about a series that I really like that I recommend you check out for yourself. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is a horror supernatural drama that follows Sabrina Spellman, a girl who is half human, half witch. Up to this point, she has lived in both worlds, but now that she is turning 16, she has to choose a path. To either walk the path of light with humans or walk the path of night with all other supernatural creatures, in particular witches. Well, I say choose, but there's actually a lot more to that. I'll get to that soon enough. Aided by her aunts Zelda and Hilda, as well as her cousin Ambrose, she learns more about the magical side of things, while also balancing a human life which includes her boyfriend Harvey, as well as her best friends Rosalind and Susie. Sabrina will have to face off against magical / supernatural creatures to protect people, in particular the people most important to her. But the biggest question is, when it's all said and done, will Sabrina be the same person, or will she have to abandon who she once was, as well as the life that she once lived? So earlier I was alluding to the fact is that when it comes to Sabrina choosing a path to walk down, that there's actually a lot more to it. Sabrina has a lot of people, her family included, basically telling her which path she should go down because it's the same path everyone has gone down, in particular the people in her family, in particular her dad. But even beyond that, there's actually a grander plot behind all of this, because there are forces at play here that are trying to manipulate Sabrina into going down a specific path. Why Sabrina specifically? Well, there's actually more to that, and it's also a developing situation, so I'll kind of leave it at that. A key element about Sabrina is the fact is that she always has the best of intention. She always wants to help people, especially when it comes to the people most important to her. But a lot of times in those situations, things kind of get out of hand for Sabrina. They end up going much further than she thought they would. Now, you can make the argument whether that's because of hubris or whether it's just her being young and naive, or you could also say that it's a combination of both. Because Sabrina has this habit of thinking that she can get everything that she wants, whether it be by bending and in some cases outright breaking the rules without having to pay a price. Like I was saying, Sabrina has the best of intentions, it's just that things have a tendency to backfire and end up causing more problems than it fixes. There are consequences not only for Sabrina, but also for the people around her. That's a hard lesson that she has to learn. What's also interesting about this series is that obviously Sabrina is the main focus, but the series doesn't shy away from giving these interesting stories and plots to the other characters in the series as well. Whether it be Sabrina's family or her human friends, which that in itself is an interesting thing, especially when you look at, like, obviously what ends up happening in Harvey's storyline, but also the really interesting things that happened to Rosalind and Susie that completely took me by surprise. Obviously, I won't talk about it to avoid spoilers, but it is very interesting. The series is dark, spooky, and eerie. It has this very nice horror element that it also mixes in with a little bit of everything, whether it be drama and comedy. It's a very interesting take on the whole coming-of-age story, obviously mixed with dark arts. It does a very good job showing you the more darker, sinister sides of magic. This isn't the Sabrina the Teenage Witch that you might be more accustomed to. The show does a very good job of separating itself and doing its own thing. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is based on a comic book series of the same name from Archie Comics. Part 2 of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina premieres on April 5th. But really, that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.